Hi everyone, my name is Mark and welcome to today's webinar, Create a Mobile Campaign and Grow Your Business. Send your newsletter or sales flyer via link in a mobile text message, create a mobile site from scratch with our mobile editor, or send simple plain text messages. And in this webinar, I'll teach you how to use the editor, how to send graphic-rich SMSs to clients, and also how to analyze the effectiveness of your campaign. In the mobile section, click on Mobile Site. Firstly, we want to create a mobile campaign. Click on Choose Site URL. And we publish your mobile site for you on a free name of your choosing. For example, http://clickyou.com. In this case, we've used GraphicMail_welcome. Basically, if you had to go to this address in your browser, you'd be able to view your mobile site. And then current site, choose your site to link the URL to. Let's look at how to create that site now. Click on Create Site. This is the mobile editor. At the top you've got your save and your delete. Mobile site name. Let's create one. Let's call this example site. Click on the plus sign. You'll see two other tabs appear. You've got your page manager, page elements manager, and this is your site manager. You want to change your site name, language, background color, text displays, text inputs, and alignment. These are the default settings. If you go to page manager, this is your home page. There's only one. If you want to create a new page, click on create new. Let's call that page 2. Click on the plus sign. On select page, we'll have page home and page 2. Let's go back to page 1, which is the home page. Once again, you've got all your default settings for this particular page. Background color, text displays, text inputs, alignment. You may also indicate the back page for this particular page. This is the home, so we wouldn't have any. If this was page 2, the back page would be home and it would appear on the drop down. And the next page, which would be page 2. You'll see a little next hyperlink there. That'll link to the next page. Form submit email address. You can insert as many email addresses in here, separated by a semicolon. Now the form submit email address is basically, for example, if you have a survey form, every time somebody submits, the submission will be received in the email address indicated here. Okay, let's look at how to edit. That would be under the Page Elements Manager. It's a really simple and easy to use editor. Let's go through all the elements quickly. To insert a text display, insert your heading, CJ Stores, for example. You'll see it appear on the right hand side. Then if you'd like to write a paragraph, I'm just going to write some text here so you can get in a basic idea. You can change the background color for this element. Let me just show you quickly. If I had to make that blue, just the background for that particular element would change for the background. To change the rest of the background, that would be for the page, we change it over there. But back to the Page Elements Manager, you've got your font color and size and also alignment. To create a list, sample list 2, you can choose from bulleted list, numbered list, or definition list. It's up to you. And let's add sample 2. You'll see it appear in a moment on the right hand side. Next, you are able to insert an image or a logo. Give it a name if you like, and either upload, browse from your file, or if you've already uploaded an image previously, click on Library, choose File from Library, and we're going to choose a little GraphicMail logo. Next, let's look at the hyperlink. Click on the hyperlink element, insert your caption, October specials, for example. You can either link to a web address or a particular page. In this case, let's link it to page 2. Background color, all your settings as per usual. There's tables. Then to collect data, first one is text input. Insert your text. Example 1. And in the preview, you'll be able to insert, the client will be able to insert text. If you want to put a default value in there, 1 to 10, you'll see it appear there with all the other settings below. Then there's also numeric input, basically the same thing with numeric values. Then we've got the selection input, which gives you the drop down, or you can also choose checkbox or radio box. Let's look at the drop down quickly. Example, let's just call that example of drop down, and you'll see a drop down there. To populate that drop down menu, insert under caption 1 to 10, 10 to 20. You'll see it on the drop down there. Once any to collect data elements are inserted, you'll also see the submit and reset button inserted there for your clients. Then there's also date input. Swap your elements around, basically drag and drops. For example, my logo I'd like at the top, go to the image and just drag it straight up. If you're happy with your site, click on save and exit. Upload images, pretty much the same way you did in the email campaign section. Lists and contacts, pretty much the same. Next we're going to look at setting up your SMS text message. Click on create, give your SMS a name, call that example 5. Next, create your SMS. Example SMS. Remember, when inserting that link to your mobile site, always insert a space between the two. You may insert personalization. That is obviously if you've loaded additional data other than the phone number in your list and contact section when loading your list. Link to mobile site. From the drop down, choose which site created you'd like to utilize. In our case, it would be the example site. Click on insert and you'll see the link being inserted. Once that's done, click on save. Then go to send SMS text. Firstly, send a test. Once you're happy, send to list. Choose your list, select SMS text message, which will be the example 5 that we just created, and that text message would have that link attached as we've just saved it as. Then send to list. When you send to a list, all the send details and the credits breakdown will be provided. Then there's reports and statistics. We'll basically be analyzing the effectiveness of your campaign. You may also download data from forms. That would be anything submitted via any surveys. Let's look at delivery reports quickly. Message name, list, sent, received, which would be delivered. Clicks, that would be the amount of links clicked to your mobile site. Page views, how many times any of your pages were viewed. And credits used and send date. You can also drill down a little bit further. Let's look at this example and you'll get a further breakdown. Got your sent, pending, received, clicks, and not delivered. So also want to take a quick look at the credit breakdown. An SMS with a link, basically it's 1 credit for your SMS up to 160 characters, whereby the link is also included in that 160 characters. Then it's an additional credit for having the link in your SMS, and obviously depending on your country. Please speak to any of our sales guys if you require any more information on this. They'll be happy to assist you. This concludes today's webinar on mobile campaigns. This is our Q&A part of the webinar. Please feel free to ask me any questions now, or if you'd like me to go over anything once more.